Hello. We are doing a live let's walk through my thought process because I think I've lost my mind video today. So strap in. Let's see where we're going to get to. I'm having one of those days, or a few of those days, where I feel the full gravity of ADHD as a disability. I have loads of debates in my head about this topic and video ideas floating around in my mind, right? Like, is ADHD something that I have, or is it something that I am? And I actually lean towards the am quite a lot because I think it is part of what makes me great, and I can't delineate it from my personality, and I don't want to delineate from my personality, apart from days like the last few days where I genuinely feel like this is a disabling, my brain is broken. It is broken, right? Now, what is interesting about this, and is particularly hard for me, is it is not broken on schedule. I did a workshop a couple of weeks ago about goals and ADHD, and somebody asked me a question about how I manage kind of being derailed when your energy or inattention is not doing what you want it to do. And I probably answered that question more in line with the fact that, like, I try to anticipate it as much as possible. But actually, it can't always be anticipated, which is why I'm finding this current dip really difficult. So I've mentioned in loads of my videos before that I have premenstrual syndrome that is massively exaggerates my ADHD symptoms. And it's taken me a few years or many years of understanding and analysing that and going, that's why I feel like this at this certain time, and this is the cadence that it runs on, to shift my expectations so I know that for a week every month I shouldn't expect myself to make decisions or even basic decisions because I find it hard. My energy won't be so high, my level of dread will be 10x, my emotions will be all over the place, my perception of time is worse, right? So, like, I have that planned in, and it didn't happen this last time. I think because I took some time off, I was out with friends, like, my schedule was changed, I was really busy, but it was like, you know, life-affirming, lovely stuff that I was doing, but it was also, like, physically draining as well. It shouldn't be happening this week, but it's happening this week, and I'm annoyed about it. I can't make a basic decision. I'm on day 4 and I haven't left the house, and I know it would be good for me. I know if I went for a walk it would help. I know I need to do some exercise. I know I need to eat something nutritious. I can't do it. Like, I feel like I'm full on malfunctioning. And my next instinct is to completely go into an analytical mode of, like, why could it be this way, right? And I have a few theories. My period was way longer than normal. That's got to have an impact. Last week was really draining, even though it was really energizing at the same time. That might have an impact. Like, there's something going on with my body because I felt so tired. And it still doesn't feel like enough of a reason. And I'm trying to accept it because I also shouldn't feel like I need to justify it. I should just accept it. But as I've mentioned, the brain malfunctioning is not running to schedule, and that is inconvenient. And also, when I feel like this, obviously my brain's not working properly because I can't make basic decisions. My read on situations and the way things are going doesn't work either, so I shouldn't listen to myself and trust myself because it's wrong, right? Like, if you said to me, how's your week going? I'll say, I've not left the house in 4 days, I've barely done anything, like, I've let myself down. I mentioned in a post I did yesterday where I've written a newsletter about this and about how you need to constantly prove to yourself what you are doing. That is false. That is absolutely false. Like, on Monday, I woke up with so much energy, I did so much housework, I did so much stuff, I had 4 clients between like 1 a.m. and 6 p.m, and I felt absolutely floored by the evening, so clearly I needed a rest. Tuesday, I gave myself that grace and I had that rest. I still did work. I skipped my yoga class because I genuinely just felt, and I actually trusted myself in that moment. I didn't feel like I wanted to be outside. Like I just wanted to cocoon myself and give myself that, and that's fine, right? But because I thought that just having one nap would solve the problem, I get to yesterday and I'm still like, what, glitching, and so I'm annoyed about it. And I get to this morning and I was going to go to my co-working space, but I don't want to. And I'm starting to trust that a bit more. Sometimes, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out when to trust the bit of me that's like, you are not doing that today. Because I know that that will derail my day, but if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. Maybe we just need to breathe. And I've done shitloads of journaling and it's been helpful. I think one of my big challenges when I feel like this is clearly my body wants a rest, but my mind does not. And I don't know how to make those things coexist. It's why being ill, I think, is so challenging with ADHD. You need your body to like lie down and do nothing, but my brain is like excited about all the things that it wants to do, but it can't make sense of anything. And I thought that I was doing okay, and then I tried to make a decision about what to eat for lunch, because I know if I don't eat soon it's going to be worse because I need the food for the mentality, but I cannot make a decision. And I just want somebody to magically turn up at my house. By the way, I don't think anyone knows where I live, but actually don't do that because that would be really creepy. And just, but I know it won't feel like, I know it will pass. I know it will pass. But for someone, and when I say someone, I'm talking about myself, who feels like I've come such a long way in all of this, and I can look after myself and give myself grace and be kind to myself so well, it's really thrown me off. And it's thrown me off because it wasn't a plan. And we know we like a plan, even if we don't follow a plan, because my head starts spinning on what I could have done differently or better to avoid it. This is when I start thinking I need some sort of acceptance commitment therapy. But we're okay, we're riding it out. We're riding it out. But this is what's wild. I just started sorting out my Google Drive, right? My Google Drive has been like, you are at max, almost at max storage. You need to sort it out. And I'm like, boring, boring, boring. On days like this, that's the kind of stuff that I want to do. So in all of the stuff that I twaddle on about not needing work to look a certain way and things to be consistent, why, like, that's a win. But I mean, too much of a mental mindfucker to doodle to feel good about it. But I don't feel bad. I feel great. It's so confusing. I feel good. I feel good, but my brain is malfunctioning. And with that comes a whole lot of confusion, and I can't get it to settle, even though I know all of the things that would help. So, I'm going to order some food. I'm going to sit with the shame that I feel about the fact that I'm ordering food again. And just, that pause was actually me going, you know what, I don't have the energy to care. I do not have the energy to care. Just live your life. Do you know what I mean? I think this has been like a bit of a catharsis for me, so thank you so much. If you're in this zone, I feel you. It won't last forever. It won't. There'll be something. I don't. Well, I find this tricky because I don't want to go for the advice necessarily of like just ride it out because it'll pass. Because I think that there becomes a point where you have to do stuff to help yourself. But if you're in a zone where you can't do the stuff to help yourself, like I am today, I think you just got to ride it out. And ask for help for the people that are around you. Because I can't even fathom how I would help myself. I mean, I can, but I can't. I'm. You feel me? I'm trying to do that thing where I round it off with some advice. But I feel too far gone to give anything more. So consider this a video of pure relatability. I know that it will pass because it has happened before, and it has probably happened in fact, this was my first week of January. This was my first week of January. I'm pretty sure this was my first week of January. Yeah, and every week from since then it has been amazing. Like, I've had an amazing month. And now, and to be honest, this is the longest I've ever gone, probably. Well, it's been about a month, innit? But, like, just... Oh my goodness. As my mum always used to say, ride the waves. Ride the waves. Bloody waves. I just wish I could ride the waves without fully malfunctioning. Like I actually feel like my brain is malfunctioning to the point where I can hear white noise. Like, my ears are like... Later.